a number of MAGA influencers are urging, this is number 11, President Trump to block Netflix's attempt to purchase Warner Brothers over their ties to Barack Obama. Laura Loomer, this is the Washington Post headline. Laura Loomer and other right wing media figures cast Netflix as a Democratic stronghold. It is, and want the government to block it from buying Warner Brothers Discovery. Next up, the new episode of Next Up is posted now. I talked to David Ignatius about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. But my reported monologue is on what Democrats and Republicans have told me in the last couple of days about the political implications of all of this and control of these giant, not just the content, but the distribution platforms and what this could mean, however this comes out. That's available to you now as a podcast or a video podcast on YouTube. And Michael, do you ever hear me brag on myself, as we say in Arkansas? Not very often.
Yeah, never.
Not very often. I'll brag on myself on this. Covering this story is complicated because it involves knowledge of government, not just politics, but government. It involves knowledge of media and involves knowledge of business. And I've covered all three in my career, and I'm a avid reader on all three. And I think what I find, part of why I did the monologue and all the reporting I did is I find the coverage wanting. I read stories about the Washington piece of it. They don't seem to really understand the business piece. And I read stories about the Hollywood angles, and they don't really understand the business side or the political side. So I recommend my own work to you and my interview with Joe Flint of the Wall Street Journal, who is a reporter who understands the whole thing, because we run through, again, all the implications. It's an incredible story, just an incredible story. Matt, how do you think it's going to come out? Who do you think will end up if either of Netflix or Paramount? Who do you think will end up with the prize of Warner Brothers?
It's tough to take a lot of the influencer messaging around it seriously just because we've seen so much in the last year that you can buy and pay for a pretty aggressive influencer campaign. And I wonder how much that still resonates with President Trump. I do have concerns about the size of this deal, just, from an antitrust perspective, but it's, I think that we have a pretty aggressive FTC that wants to do their due diligence on this. Andrew Ferguson is a phenomenal chairman. I think that, they will ask all the right questions. And I don't know, I have a little bit of trouble seeing it go all the way through just because the size, scope, and magnitude of it. Yeah. I think in the end, it probably will end up getting blocked or, shrunk to some degree, but, could go either way.
Yeah. Cozy Earth. You could buy Cozy Earth products for yourself. You could buy them for gifts. I recommend you do both. The stuff from Cozy Earth is extraordinary. I have it all over my home. The towels in my bathroom, the blankets and sheets on my bed, and of course the pants on my whatever. Recommend them to you. They're the most comfortable pants I've ever owned. I wear them all the time. As I've said, you can wear them to the beach, to the laundry room, and to a gala, and everybody will just say, man, those pants are nice. All of the products at Cozy Earth available to you now for an extraordinary 40% off. I'm not saying they're free, but round up, that's practically free. 40% off. Go to CozyEarth.com. Use the promo code TWOWAY for 40% off the bubble cuddle blanket, the towels, the sheets, everything available to you. 40% off. Buy them for yourselves. Buy them for gifts. Give the gift of comfort that lasts beyond the holidays and carries into the cozy new year. That's what the copy says, cozy new year. I would say cozy new year. They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park. Hit the subscribe button. Be part of the Two-Way community. Never miss an episode. Be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America. And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.